Hi, in this video I want to take a look at this. This is a Wickes socket that I have, and unfortunately this side is stuck. You'll notice that it sounds doesn't click really when you turn it into the off. It's stuck on the on. You hear the other side, you'll hear it clicks very evenly, but this side it doesn't. So I'm going to open this up and take a look inside. The Wickes switches that I've had, two types, have actually been quite good, and this was bought when Wickes did a lot of the when they were trying to court the commercial side of things, and they used to you could buy like packs of 10, sort of more akin to what a workman would buy. So rather than going down to the local builder's merchant, they would go to Wickes instead. This was one of the sockets that they were producing at the time. I must admit, I think they were actually quite good quality. So let's take a look inside and see if we can ascertain what's happened. So, I've got the nice one, let's switch it off. Right, so I'll push this out. And you can see with this, see how the earths are with this. The earth always makes early when you push the pin through. And this is why it's very important that when you see the fake earths, so if we take a look at the plug, you'll see that this whole pin here is either fully plastic or fully metal, like that. And the reason why it has to be fully metal if it's earthed is because, as you can see on this, they're all quite different, but the pin makes early. So if I push this through, you can see the earth pin will connect with the earth terminal first before the pins come through, and because it's connected so early on, if I push it all the way home, well, which it is now, then actually it's making about there, isn't it? So it is actually, this is about halfway along, but some of the others, what you'll see, oops, I lost the spring with that then. Okay, let's not dwell too much on that at the moment. Let's take a look at this. So often when you have this is the thing that often goes first. This one's actually not too bad. You can see it's nicely round on there, so it slips, but it's this part here. So you can see that this is not disconnecting. That's on that side. Let's just take a look on this, and you can see that. So when I've seen failures, most of the time it's actually this part that's failed. It's gone. So I can feel, if you look at both of those, you can see that this one, although it's okay, so let's take a look at this part. This is basically where the switches go into. So there's sprung metal contacts here, and then you've got the conductor that goes to each of those. Single pole switched. So how does that go then? It's just the earth. So that goes onto a tab here, the earth, and these are These are really wide terminals. Look at the thickness of those terminals. These are actually really quite nice. Not particularly thick, heavy-duty metal, but you can see that the surface of this, when it pushes down, is quite wide. So with this, the switch rides up and down on this, and you can see this one's moving, but this one's welded. So let's see if we can take this out. You can see that part there. It's not welded hard, but it is welded, or was welded. So let's see if we can clean this up a bit. So I've got some paper here. This is card. And let's look at this. There's a smell of cherry. Okay, so I'll just drop it back in, and then drop this back in as well. Just pick this up. It's also looking a bit dark, so let's clean that. Let's take the switch. So this is just a rocker. It sits on a piece of metal that sits upwards, and then this sits and rocks on that piece of metal. Let's clean that as well. So everything else looks pretty much okay. I quite like the design of this thing, and so I'm going to resurrect it, but I need to find that spring which came out of this, so the shutters can go up and down. Right, I'm just going to put this on pause until I find that spring. So that's all I've done, is I've just wiped the end using cardboard. Cardboard is just abrasive enough, so it's not heavily abrasive, but it wipes down the contacts and makes sure that they're smooth and stropped. So hopefully I'm not going to get that bounce and arc. Right, I did find the spring in the end, so I'm going to put this back. So the way to do that is to get the spring under this and slide it in. So I'll just slide that in there, put the spring up. I'll just push it home. Right, that didn't catch at all. Just put that there again and try that again. Okay, that seems to have gone better. So the spring is now held. I shall put this So just to see with this thing here, it's, I won't pull it out, but there's a spring in there and it goes onto this sort of bouncy thing, and I've seen a lot of failures due to this. So I don't know which is first, whether it's this part here, this kind of rocking mechanism where the switch goes, that goes first and then produces a lot of heat and then melting this, or whether this melts and then doesn't press down on this, which means the contact isn't firm enough and it causes heat. But I think it's probably, you know, basically as soon as this goes, that's it, really game over, unless you can find a replacement. Whilst with this, as you can see, I just cleaned it. Take the arc flash off, cleaned it up, and then it should sit quite nicely. So with these screws, these are self-tappers, and I don't want it to self-tap, I want it to find the original thread, and by turning it backwards you can generally find it. So you turn it backwards so you hear the click, and then turn it forwards, but not down tight. And put these all in more tightly. Okay, so that seems to be okay, so I'm just going to put it back into the circuit and make sure everything works. When I take something like this, we have what's called a ring main, so if I ever take out a socket like this, I always make sure to take the opportunity to make sure I've got a continuous ring on both the earth, neutral and live. Sometimes what happens is it just gives you an opportunity to check, otherwise you'd have to take one of the sockets off. Since I've had to take this off anyway, I might as well do that check. But okay, so I'm going to end the video here, and thank you for watching.